In this video, we're going to be looking at how these two monitors can be controlled to a certain extent with shortcut keys, as well as using your mouse. I'm using the keys to control the layout, and I'm in Windows 11, and this is called Snap Zones. So here it's talking about Snap Zones if you want to search for it on Google. You can see there's kind of shortcut key there that it mentions, like that. Or you can just pull your mouse up and hover like it says there, and it'll show those. But let's just see how they work. And over on the right hand side screen here, you'll be able to see what key I'm pressing, a Windows key and the right arrow to move that window to the right hand side. Now I've used the Windows key and left arrow and it's moved it into the center, and I've used the left arrow again, all holding down the Windows key, and we're on the far left. If I keep going with another left, we're onto another screen, as you can hopefully see there, another left. So we're cycling through here, if that makes sense. We can of course cycle in the opposite direction, and more normally we can move between them, so left and right. So you do something. Oh, and when you release your Windows key, then you can choose what other window you want to show. So here's the recording window, or here's another browser window. I'll choose the other browser window. I still have the recording window open in the background. If we show it, of course, we're going to have a kind of infinite window effect, so it's a bit confusing. So what I'll do instead is show something else, like these couple of pages. I'll pull them off, these tabs here, from LinkedIn Learning. So there's a couple of tabs there, and we're going to just throw them over there using that key press combination of shift window and arrow, and that ensures that it goes on to the next display. Holding down the shift key ensures that we're always moving between the actual displays. So I quite like that. Now, having said that, there's a few other things we can see. In fact, there's a nice page here about them. This is talking about a few shortcuts. It mentions first the one we've been looking at. Then there's one that you probably know, but it's showing the desktop. If you've got too many things open, you want to get back to your desktop, there we go. And then Alt Tab will show us where we are with things on the screen, and we can pull things up. Hopefully you can see on the right hand side that I can choose what I'm going to show, and we can sort of see here that the things are grouped. Some things are grouped, or you can pick up the individual one. So that's an individual one there. It allows me to swap to that window, and if I wanted to swap to a different window, there I am, and I'm able to scroll up and down in that window now, or go over here and scroll up and down in this other window, just using the shortcut keys to get between them. We do have options to customize those as well with another tool that can be added, which is called Fancy Zones, and it's in a tool Microsoft releases called Partoise. And if you install that, you have a layout editor, you can set all the zones. But I find you can start off with what's built into Windows 11, and if you're wondering how we're seeing the keys, I'm using this KeyViz program. So we've seen here the shortcuts that we wanted to talk about. It's showing another one about how you can move between the screen over here where it's got extend on at the moment. That's why we're getting a different one. If we did duplicate, of course, it would just be showing the same thing on both, but I prefer to use extend. So that's a nice shortcut key, that one we had there. Oops, I've done the wrong one there. I've turned off one of them. I meant to go to extend. So I was using Windows, holding down the Windows key and pressing the P key to toggle through. So let's see here. It's not showing me on that visualize keys thing, but I am pressing the P key. Okay. And now press escape to get a menu to go away. And that's quite common. Okay. So the other window, I want to be in the LinkedIn one. Now I'm going to hold down the Windows key and press the up arrow, and that maximizes it. If I instead press the down arrow, I'd be back to having it at that smaller size. Now that doesn't look maybe that different, but if we were to sort of come in and pull it in here a bit, that's making it maximize, and that's restoring it by using the down arrow. Windows up arrow and Windows down arrow. Windows left arrow on the left hand side. Windows, oh, it's not going to let me until I either make a selection or press escape. So here I can make a selection and that'll pop up there, or I can press escape, and now it'll let me Windows right, Windows, same again, escape, Windows left. But more often you want to put two side by side, so here I would do something like that. I'm just thinking that I didn't actually show you much about the snap zone, so let's take a look at that now. If I was to hover over this, we can see that I can make it snap to here. Whoops, that's the other one. If we hover over that, we can sort of see that we can make it snap to one of the panels or another one. This is a different browser window, so it's a bit confusing because I'm in a browser. But look, we could take this page out and this one. So now we've got these three. And if I want to hover over, I can put, say, one of them in the top right. I can put this one in the left, this one here. And then I can use key combinations to move between them. And I can select which one's going to go there. Like this is going to go there. And then I can select, there's only one left really, it's going to go there. But again, I could move that to another screen. So on like that. So that's what we're doing there. That's a combination of using keys or using the hover or the shortcut button, which is Windows Z.